Hey, one of those 5G Galaxy S10 devices, you know, did that thing. Did that thing that Samsung does. Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Of course you do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Hold on, I know Samsung fans, a lot of you are just vibrating in your seat or wherever you watch the episode, vibrating on the toilet. You're super pissed, you're super mad at me because I didn't tell the full story. I know, just hang on, watch the episode, all right, just listen, calm your titties. Your titties over there on fire. Get it? Because the phone caught on fire. All right, give me a second. All right, okay. Story numero uno, number one for the day. Let's talk about it. That 5G Galaxy S10 device that burst into flames. So even though we can't really get the 5G variant of the Galaxy S10 right now here in the US, you can get it in South Korea. And one of the owners of said device posted photos of the phone that he claims just burst into flames. According to him, he hadn't done anything that would cause the S10 5G thing to combust. In other words, he said, wasn't me. In a statement, he said, my phone was on the table when it started smelling burnt and smoke soon engulfed the phone. I had to drop it to the ground when I touched it because it was so hot. Hey, you giant doof machine, if you have this thing on your table and it's smelling burnt and obviously smoking as you claim, why would you then go ahead and touch it? And then be surprised that you got burnt because it was too hot? What? He then asked Samsung to give him a refund for the phone because, well, obviously it was ruined by fire. And Samsung refused to give the refund because, according to Samsung, it's not their fault that this happened. Wasn't me. According to them, they claim that the damage to the phone was a result of an external impact, not like an internal issue, not a Samsung problem. So the dude f***ed up and not Samsung. That's what they're claiming. Listen, this is just one instance of this, and you might remember we had a similar situation with one device last year, I believe, a Note 9 device. Some lady was in an elevator and claimed that her shit just caught on fire. You remember this lady, this thing, remember this? Yeah, well, that sort of kind of turned out to be user error, not Samsung's fault, not Samsung's problem, but it's easy to claim that because of the Note 7 situation that happened a few years ago. But listen, just because this happened a few years ago, and yes, this was a major problem, that doesn't mean that every person that claims their device burst into flames, that doesn't necessarily mean it is Samsung's fault. So listen, we only have one case of this right now, and I think it's pretty safe to assume that it's probably not Samsung's fault. It probably is on this dude. Maybe he was using a third-party charger from Amazon, like one of those $2 ones that you probably shouldn't trust, but also an external impact like Samsung claimed. Of course, they probably inspected the device, and the dude's just probably out there looking for money. So until we see more of these situations, let's just give Samsung a benefit of the doubt for right now. User error, but if this happens more and more, maybe we got a problem. Hey, next up, we got some iPhone 11 news. Not specifically like about the phone itself, but more so what comes in the box. According to Makatakara, macaroni and cheese, the iPhone 11 phones, all of them, will ship with a brand new cable power adapter in the box. So we're talking USB-C power adapter, as well as a USB-C to Lightning cable. The USB-C adapters will support 18-watt fast charging, so all of those complaints about the slow charging 5-watt adapter in the box, all of that changes right meow. Now, as you know, Apple does sell those 18-watt USB-C chargers for like $29, $30. This would eliminate that cost and just put it in the box. So yay for that. But also, I want to take this opportunity to remind you, because a lot of you have probably forgotten by now, me, called this a year ago. So last year, well, really every year, there are reports that come out that claim that Apple is going to be putting a USB Type-C port in the iPhone. So ditching Lightning, going to USB-C. Well, last year, these rumors were really fired up. And the excuse that people were using for why it's definitely happening this time is because Apple had to comply with the EU regulations, somewhat stating that every device needs to charge with USB Type-C in some way. Yeah, well, as a response to all those rumors, I came out and said flat out that Apple will not put USB Type-C in the iPhone. They will not put a USB-C port in the phone. No. However, they will still follow the rules. They'll follow the regulations. They're going to swindle us and do what Apple does best and just go around, just find a little loophole that instead of putting a port in the iPhone, they would instead just start shipping a Lightning to USB Type-C adapter cable in the box. Here's the clip. They're going to comply with the EU and the mandate stating that it has to be able to be charged with USB-C by shipping for free a USB-C adapter, a Lightning to USB-C adapter. They're going to ship it for free, not because it benefits the consumer to make your life easier, because right now you can still get them. They're like $20. You got to buy them separately. But to comply with the EU, they're just going to conveniently ship a connector and adapter thing with the devices. Boom. Technically, it does comply. It does charge USB Type-C. It works that way if you just use the adapter, which comes free with your device. Very clever. God damn, that feels so good. It feels so good to be right again. Remember when I was wrong about the Galaxy Fold? I said that Samsung was bluffing and they weren't gonna launch the Galaxy Fold, that the phone wasn't ready. And because it wasn't ready, we weren't actually gonna get a release date at that event, but then they went ahead and gave us a release date at the event. Wait, technically, even though they announced it at the event, I was still right. It wasn't ready. They didn't launch it. It's delayed. I am on a roll, one after another. Ooh, I'm so hot, on fire. Get it, Samsung? Too soon? Okay. Okay, last up, hey, let's talk about something that nobody cares about. Facebook announced that they're doing a complete redesign of the website. And I guess if we're being honest, it's kind of a major one because they're getting rid of the blue part. Since the beginning, we've had that blue menu bar thing on Facebook, and now it's gone. There's some other changes, but like, you know, how do we say this? Who gives a f? Yeah. Okay, there is that. Tell you what, to better put in perspective just how much I care about this, let's go to that place, huh? You know what I'm talking about. Oh man, you thought I was actually, you thought it was gonna happen, huh? Oh, silly. If you've been watching this show, then you know that for the last couple months, we've been working with Squarespace. Let me remind you why. Squarespace is simple, uncompromising, affordable, and quite literally the best go-to option for starting your website. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that does all the work for you. You do not need to know how to write a single line of code. You don't need to know how to design anything. Literally none of that. You can build a beautiful, professional, and reliable website while also getting world-class 24/7 support. Squarespace covers everything for you, from your domain to hosting to website design, storefront tools, everything all in one place. So if you're one of those people that have an idea for a website but you just haven't made it happen because you keep finding excuse after excuse, what excuse do you have now, especially when I tell you can get a free trial to Squarespace right now by clicking the link in the description below, and when you love it, you can get an additional 10% off by going to squarespace.com/frontpagetech. That's 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You are welcome. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it, learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. If you're new here, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.